The first thing I do on the practice green is I'll hit a couple chip shots. And again, I have limited time today, so I'm not doing a full practice section. Sometimes when I get to the place early, or if I'm in a tournament, I will actually take about an hour, hour and a half to get ready. But this is kind of the shortened version. I did about 15, 20 minutes on the range, and then I got about 10 minutes or so on the practice green to get warmed up before we get started. I usually start with a pitching wedge and I'll just take 3 golf balls and I'll just hit pitch shots to a couple different targets. And what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to get comfortable with my chipping, get some confidence before I go out, and then also kind of get an idea of what the green's going to do. So when I'm hitting these shots, I'm judging and understanding what the green does. Is it bouncing? Is it rolling hard? Is it soft? Did it rain last night? Are my chip shots kind of stopping short? Or are they bouncing, rolling on? I'm also trying to get a good idea of what the green speed is. So I'll hit, like I hit one to a long target, I'm gonna hit one to a shorter target, and then also a much shorter target, just to kind of get a good feel for what the green's doing today. I'll do a couple rounds of this, maybe hit 9, maybe 10 or 12 shots like this. And again, I'm not worried about results. I'm just trying to get comfortable with the greens and get an idea of what it's going to do when I get on the course. I also like to vary the lies a little bit. So that was a pretty easy lie. So let's give myself a little bit of a harder lie with a little more grass behind it. Got a lot of grass behind it. So I finished up my chipping practice and now I'm ready to get on with some putting. Now what I like to do is do some speed drills first. When I'm doing speed drills, especially before I go out and play, I am not aiming at a hole. I'm not putting long putts to an actual hole. I'm aiming for the edge of the green. And the reason I do that is right before the round, the most important thing I want to have is confidence. I don't want to see myself missing putts, and I know if I'm practicing on 15, 20, 30 footers, that the chances of those going in are very, very small. And so the more putts that I see missed, I feel like that just kind of gives me less chances and less confidence when I go on the course. So what I'll do is I lined up a couple putts. I've got this is probably 25 feet, maybe 30 feet, 35 feet, just trying to get an idea of what the green speed is. And I'll be putting to the edge of the green, and again, not to a hole. And as I'm putting, I'm going through my full putting routine, just like I will out on the course. And I'm paying close attention to the speed of the putt and how it breaks. So this was a downhill putt. I'll also do this on a few uphill putts. And again, as soon as I'm comfortable with the speed, I'll stop doing that and move on to the final drill, which is just my 3 and 4 footer putting drill. I'm trying to hit a perfect putt just like that, where it ends up right on the fringe. Those are all really good, so I'm going to move on. The final and most important part of my putting warm-up is for me to see a bunch of putts go in the hole and get confidence before I go out. So what I do is I'll putt 3 and 4 footers and just kind of circle around a hole, try to make it a fairly simple hole. I don't want a super bad break on it because again, I want to see a bunch going in. That way, when I'm out on the course a little later and I've got a 3-footer, I can bring that up in my mind and be like, well, I made like 10 or 12 of those on the putting green, on the practice green, so that should be easy. And again, the whole point is instilling confidence so you can play better out there. Well, there you go. That's how I warm up before a round. I'm all warmed up, ready to play. If you like this, please like, subscribe. Check out CoachLemmon.com if you're looking to improve your mental performance in your golf game. Have a great day. Cheers, everybody.